Hi, everyone.
Hello, listeners.
Welcome back to English Unchained.
I'm James.
And I'm Elena.
We're so happy you're here today.
Before we begin today's episode, here's a quick favor. If you're serious about improving your English every day, hit the like button, subscribe to English Unchained, and tell us in the comments, which country do you dream of visiting? Your answer might appear in our next episode.
Every like, every comment, and every subscription helps us create more real-life English conversations for you. Now, grab your headphones, relax, and let's improve your English together.
Today's topic is talking about traveling. Real, natural English.
Elena, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Right now, no thinking.
No thinking, just answer.
Japan. Immediately.
Japan? Why?
The food, the culture, the way everything is so beautiful and perfectly organized. I have wanted to go for years and years.
I love that answer. For me, it would be Morocco. The colors of the markets, the smell of the spices, the warmth of the people.
Oh, yes, Morocco is definitely on my list too. And this conversation, exactly this, is what today's episode is all about. Talking about travel in real, natural English.
Because travel is one of the most popular conversation topics in the whole world. People talk about it everywhere.
Where have you been? Where do you want to go? What was your best trip? What was your worst journey? What surprised you?
And after today's episode, you will be able to answer all of these questions naturally, confidently, in English.
We are going to cover everything. Describing places you have visited, talking about travel dreams, discussing transport and accommodation, handling travel problems, and so much more.
This is a big episode, a complete travel English guide.
So get comfortable, grab your tea or your coffee, and let's explore the world together in English.
Let's start with the most common travel question. Have you been anywhere interesting recently?
Or where did you go on your last holiday? Where have you traveled?
Simple questions, but many learners answer with only 2 or 3 words. I went to Turkey. It was good.
And that is perfectly okay for A1 level, but we can do so much better than that.
Let me give you a model answer, a natural, detailed, fluent answer. Listen carefully.
Last summer, I traveled to Istanbul in Turkey. It was absolutely breathtaking. The city is so full of history and energy. I spent most of my time wandering through the old streets, exploring the famous markets, and trying every kind of food I could find. The food was incredible. Honestly, I cannot recommend it enough. If you ever get the chance to go, please go. Breathtaking means so beautiful or impressive, it literally takes your breath away. Use it for stunning views, cities, landscapes. The view was breathtaking. Very natural and impressive.
That answer is full of natural English. Let's look at the key phrases inside it.
First, absolutely breathtaking. Not just beautiful, absolutely breathtaking.
The word absolutely makes it stronger. You can also say truly breathtaking, completely breathtaking, simply breathtaking.
Second, wandering through the old streets. Wander means walk slowly with no fixed plan or destination. Just exploring freely and discovering things as you go. I love to wander through new cities with no map. Wandering is a beautiful travel word. Not rushing, not following a tour guide. Just walking slowly and seeing what you find. I wandered through the old city. We wandered along the river. I spent the morning just... We hope you are enjoying today's episode. If this conversation is helping your English, please show us some love. Tap the like button, hit subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and drop a comment below telling us which country is on your travel bucket list. We might talk about it in our next episode. Your support means everything to us. Every like, every subscriber, every comment. It keeps English Unchained growing and helps us make better content for you. Now, let's get back to the lesson.
And the third phrase, I cannot recommend it enough. I can't recommend it enough means such a strong recommendation that normal words are not enough. You must go. It is amazing beyond description.
Use this when you love a place so much that saying, "it was great," just does not feel strong enough.
Istanbul, I cannot recommend it enough. Kyoto in Japan, I cannot recommend it enough. The food in Italy, I cannot recommend it enough.
Anytime you want to give a very strong, enthusiastic recommendation, that phrase is perfect.
And notice, Elena's answer had a structure. She said where she went, when she went, what she did, and a final recommendation.
Where, when, what, recommendation. 4 parts. Easy to remember, easy to use.
Try it now in your head. Think of a place you have been and use that structure. Where, when, what, recommendation.
That structure works for any destination, any trip, any experience.
Now, let's go deeper into describing places, because this is where English becomes really rich and beautiful.
English has so many wonderful words for describing places. Let's go through them.
If a place is extremely beautiful, we already know breathtaking, but there are more.
Stunning, gorgeous, magnificent, spectacular, picturesque.
Picturesque is a lovely word. It means looks like a beautiful painting. Small villages in Italy or Switzerland are often described as picturesque.
The village was absolutely picturesque, like something from a fairy tale.
If a place is very busy and full of energy and life,
vibrant, lively, buzzing, electric.
The market was incredibly vibrant, full of color, noise, and energy. Or the city center was buzzing with activity.
Buzzing is a very natural word. It sounds like the energy of a busy place.
If a place is calm and peaceful and relaxing,
serene, tranquil, peaceful, quiet, laid back.
The island was beautifully serene. We found a tranquil little beach away from the tourists. The town had a lovely laid-back atmosphere.
Laid back means relaxed and unhurried. Nothing feels rushed or stressful. Very popular travel word.
And a very important travel phrase, off the beaten track. Off the beaten track means a place that is not touristy, not crowded, not famous, somewhere hidden and discovered by few people. Makes any trip feel special.
Off the beaten track means away from the tourist crowds. Hidden, quiet, not in the guidebooks.
We found a beautiful little restaurant off the beaten track. No tourists, just locals eating amazing food.
That is the best kind of travel experience. Finding something real, something not designed for tourists.
And must see. When something is so important that you absolutely should not miss it. Must see means something you absolutely should not miss when visiting a place. The Blue Mosque is a must-see in Istanbul. Don't leave without seeing it.
The Grand Bazaar is a must-see. The old city walls are a must-see. The sunrise from the hilltop is a must-see.
Use must-see when giving recommendations. It is direct, clear, and very natural.
And how about describing the people in a place? Because people are part of every travel experience.
Good point. You can say, the people were incredibly warm and welcoming. Or, the locals were so friendly and helpful.
Or, I was amazed by how kind everyone was. Or, the hospitality was unlike anything I had ever experienced. Hospitality means the friendly and generous treatment of guests or visitors, a beautiful word for travel conversations. The hospitality in Turkey is legendary. The hospitality in Japan is extraordinary. Very natural phrases.
Now, let's talk about transport, how you move around when you travel. Get around means travel from one place to another within a destination. The best way to get around Istanbul is by tram and ferry.
The phrase get around is very useful. How did you get around? What is the best way to get around?
I got around by metro. We got around mostly on foot. The best way to get around is by renting a bicycle.
On foot means walking. Very natural phrase.
And if a place is easy to walk, you say it is walkable. The old city is very walkable. Everything is within walking distance.
Within walking distance means close enough to walk to. Very useful for describing a hotel or accommodation.
The hotel was within walking distance of the main attractions. That is a great thing to say when recommending accommodation.
What about long-distance travel, from city to city or country to country?
We took the overnight train. We caught a connecting flight. We hired a car and drove along the coast.
Hired a car means rented a car. Very common in British English.
And one travel word many people know but forget, jet lagged. Jet lagged means feeling very tired and confused after a long flight because your body is still on the time zone of where you came from. I was jet lagged for 3 days after flying to New York.
Jet lag is real. When you fly a long distance and your body does not know what time it is anymore.
I was so jet lagged when I arrived, or it took me 2 days to get over the jet lag.
Get over the jet lag means recover from it. Very natural.
And what about accommodation, where you stay?
We stayed in a beautiful boutique hotel. Or we rented an apartment through an online platform. Or we stayed in a hostel to save money.
Boutique hotel means a small, stylish, unique hotel, not a big chain hotel.
And hostel means shared accommodation. Very cheap. Popular with young travelers.
You can also say the hotel was centrally located, which means in the center of the city, near everything.
Centrally located is a very useful travel phrase. It means good position for exploring.
Now let's talk about the future. Places you want to visit. Your travel dreams.
Because this is just as important and just as common in English conversation.
Someone asks, where would you love to travel someday? And a natural, fluent answer sounds like this.
Japan has always been on my bucket list. I have always dreamed of visiting. The culture, the food, the incredible scenery, everything about it fascinates me. I love the idea of exploring the ancient temples in Kyoto and then spending time in the energy of Tokyo. I have heard it is absolutely breathtaking. Bucket list means a list of things you want to do or places you want to visit before you die. Paris has always been on my bucket list. Very common phrase in travel conversations.
Beautiful answer, full of detail, full of feeling. Let's look at the phrases.
I have always dreamed of visiting. This phrase shows the dream has been with you for a long time.
I have always dreamed of visiting New Zealand. I have always dreamed of seeing the pyramids. Very natural. And I love the idea of. This means the thought of doing this excites and appeals to me.
I love the idea of waking up in a new city with no plans. I love the idea of road tripping across a whole country. Very expressive and natural.
And another great phrase, it has always been on my bucket list.
Seeing the northern lights has always been on my bucket list. Visiting Machu Picchu has always been on my bucket list.
And to explain why you want to visit somewhere?
I am fascinated by the history. Or I have heard the food is incredible. Or I love the idea of exploring somewhere completely different from home.
Or I want to experience the culture firsthand.
Firsthand means directly, by yourself, not through books or videos, but by being there in person. I want to experience the culture firsthand. That shows real desire and genuine interest.
And explore. I would love to explore the mountains. I want to explore the old city. Let's explore the coast together.
Explore sounds so much more adventurous than just visit. It suggests curiosity and discovery.
Visit is a tourist word. Explore is a traveler word.
That is a beautiful distinction.
No travel conversation is complete without talking about food and culture. These are always the most exciting parts.
Food especially. People get very passionate when they talk about food they tried while traveling.
Let's learn how to talk about travel food naturally.
If the food was amazing, you can say the food was out of this world.
Out of this world means so good it seems impossible, beyond anything you expected.
The street food in Bangkok was out of this world. I ate something at every corner.
Or I was blown away by the food. Blown away means completely surprised and impressed.
I was blown away by how fresh and flavorful everything was.
And a very natural phrase. I tried things I had never heard of before.
Or I stepped out of my comfort zone and tried everything. Stepping out of your comfort zone means doing something new that feels a little scary or unfamiliar.
I was usually a picky eater, but traveling made me step out of my comfort zone with food.
Picky eater means someone who is very selective about food, does not like trying new things.
And to say a specific dish was amazing, you can say the biryani was absolutely divine.
Divine means incredibly delicious, like something from heaven.
The pasta in Rome was divine. The sushi in Tokyo was divine. The tagine in Morocco was divine.
Now, culture. How do we talk about experiencing a new culture while traveling?
You can say, I was struck by how different the culture was. Struck by means it hit you. It made a strong impression.
I was struck by how respectful and quiet everything was in Japan. It was very different from what I was used to.
Or I found the culture fascinating. Or it was a real eye-opener.
Eye-opener means an experience that changes how you see the world, that teaches you something new.
Traveling to a new country is always an eye-opener. You realize how different and how similar people are everywhere.
And a beautiful travel phrase. It broadened my horizons.
Broadened my horizons means expanded my understanding of the world, made me more open-minded.
Travel broadens your horizons.
It is one of the best reasons to explore the world.
Now let's talk about something very real, travel problems. Because things always go wrong when you travel.
Always, without exception.
And being able to talk about these problems in English, that is very useful.
What travel problems have you had, James?
Where do I start? I once missed a connecting flight because my first flight was delayed.
Nightmare.
Complete nightmare. I had to stay in the airport for 7 hours waiting for the next available flight.
What did you do?
I found a comfortable corner, I bought an overpriced sandwich, and I listened to English Unchained.
Perfect use of time.
But seriously, that situation taught me very important travel English. What to say, who to ask, how to stay calm.
So let's learn the language of travel problems.
If your luggage is lost, you go to the airline desk and say, "Excuse me, I have just arrived and my luggage has not come through. Could you help me, please?"
Stay calm, be polite, be specific. That is the golden rule in any travel problem.
If your hotel room is not right, you say, "Excuse me, I'm afraid there seems to be a problem with my room. Could someone take a look, please?"
If you are lost in a city, you ask a local. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the old city?" Or, "Which direction is the train station, please?"
And if something was stolen, you say, "I need to report a theft. My wallet was stolen. Could you help me contact the police?"
These sentences might feel scary to use, but if you know them in advance, they become automatic.
Practice them now. Say them out loud before you need them.
And one more, if you feel unwell while traveling, you say, "I am not feeling very well. Could you recommend a pharmacy or a doctor nearby?"
Pharmacy means a shop where you buy medicine. Very important word to know when traveling.
And the good thing about travel problems, they always make the best stories afterwards.
The worst travel days become the best dinner table stories.
So true. The delayed flight, the wrong hotel, the food you regretted eating.
All terrible in the moment, all hilarious later. One of the most common travel conversations, recommending a place to someone.
When someone says, "I am thinking of visiting Turkey, what do you think?"
And you have been.
What do you say?
You say, "Oh, you absolutely have to go. I cannot recommend it enough. It is one of the most beautiful places I have ever been."
And then you give specific details, not just, "It was nice."
Like, the old city of Istanbul is a must-see. Make sure you visit the Grand Bazaar. Go early in the morning before the crowds arrive.
That tip, go early before the crowds, is so useful. It shows you have real experience.
And you can say, make sure you try the street food. Do not miss the boat trip on the Bosphorus. Spend at least 2 days in the old city.
Make sure you do not miss, spend at least. These are all very natural recommendation phrases.
And if someone asks, is it worth visiting? You can say, absolutely worth it. Every single penny.
Every single penny means completely worth the money. No regrets about spending.
Or 100% worth it. I would go back tomorrow if I could.
I would go back tomorrow if I could. That phrase says everything. It means I loved it so much, I want to return.
And to warn someone about something, watch out for the crowds in summer. Or avoid going in August. It is extremely hot.
Watch out for means be careful about. Avoid means don't do it. Both very useful for honest recommendations.
An honest recommendation includes the good things and the things to be careful about.
That makes you sound like a real traveler, not just a tourist.
Let's talk about something many people have opinions about. Solo travel versus group travel.
Do you prefer to travel alone or with others, James?
Honestly, both. It depends on the destination and what I want from the trip.
That is a very honest answer.
When I travel solo, I love the freedom. You go where you want, you change plans whenever you feel like it. You meet new people naturally.
Solo travel builds confidence too. When you navigate a new city alone in a new language, you feel very proud of yourself.
Navigate means find your way around. To navigate a city means to figure out where you are going.
I navigated the metro system in Tokyo alone, with no English signs, and I felt like a superhero after.
That is a real achievement. But group travel has its own magic. Sharing experiences with people you love.
Yes, looking at a beautiful sunset together, laughing about a problem together, trying new food and seeing each other's reactions. Shared experiences become shared memories, and those memories last forever. How do you describe these things in English? We had the best time together. It was an unforgettable trip. We made memories that will last a lifetime. Unforgettable means so special and meaningful that you will never forget it. It was an unforgettable experience, the kind of trip that changes you a little. And a beautiful phrase, it was a trip of a lifetime. A trip of a lifetime means so special and rare that it may never happen again. An extraordinary experience. Our honeymoon in the Maldives was a trip of a lifetime. My first backpacking trip through Europe was a trip of a lifetime. Very emotional, very powerful. Use it for your most special travel memories.
Now, an important topic. Being a respectful traveler. How to talk about cultural differences with sensitivity.
This is so important. When you travel, you are a guest in someone else's country.
And a respectful traveler learns about local customs before visiting.
Customs means the traditional ways people behave and do things in a particular place.
For example, in Japan, it is respectful to bow when greeting someone. In many Middle Eastern countries, modest dress is important when visiting religious sites.
Modest dress means clothing that covers most of your body, not revealing.
How do you talk about this in English?
You can say, before I visited, I did some research about the local customs. I wanted to be respectful.
Or, I made sure to dress appropriately when visiting the mosque. Appropriately means in the right way for the situation.
Or, I learned a few words in the local language before going. Even just hello and thank you. The locals really appreciated it.
Appreciated means noticed and felt grateful for. A few words in the local language go a very long way.
Go a long way means make a big positive difference. Even small efforts are very meaningful.
And you can describe cultural differences with curiosity rather than judgment.
Instead of, they do things so strangely there, you say, I found the culture very different from what I was used to, and I found it fascinating.
Fascinated is such a better word than confused or strange. It shows openness and curiosity.
I was fascinated by the traditions. I was curious about the history. I was amazed by the way people lived.
A respectful traveler observes, learns, and appreciates without judging.
And that attitude, that curiosity and respect, it makes every travel experience richer.
Now, let's talk about practical travel tips. The things every traveler should know, and how to say them in English.
Tip number 1, always have a backup plan.
Backup plan means an alternative plan in case something goes wrong. Your flight is canceled. Your hotel has no record of your booking. Your wallet is stolen.
Always have a backup plan. Keep copies of your important documents. Have some emergency cash in a separate place.
You can say, I always keep a copy of my passport just in case. Or, I always have some emergency cash hidden separately.
Just in case is a very useful English phrase. It means as a precaution, in case something unexpected happens.
I take travel insurance just in case. I bring an extra phone charger just in case. Very natural.
Speaking of travel insurance, this is very important vocabulary.
Travel insurance is a policy that covers you if things go wrong. Medical emergencies, lost luggage, canceled flights.
Always get travel insurance before a big trip. You can say, I never travel without insurance. It is not worth the risk.
It is not worth the risk means the danger of not having it is too great.
Tip number 2, Learn the local emergency number.
In the UK, it is 999. In Europe, it is 112. In the USA, it is 911. Always know how to call for help.
And know how to say, I need help. Call the police. I need an ambulance. These are essential phrases.
Tip number 3, pack light.
Pack light means bring less. Fewer clothes, fewer items, a smaller bag.
Experienced travelers always say pack half of what you think you need, then remove half again.
That is so true. I always overpack and then carry things I never touch.
You can say, I always try to travel with just a carry-on. Or, I learned to pack light after my back suffered on a long trip.
Tip number 4, talk to locals, not just other tourists.
The best advice always comes from locals. The best restaurants, the hidden places, the things to avoid.
You can start a conversation with a local by saying, "Excuse me, do you have any recommendations for good local food nearby?"
Or, we are looking for somewhere off the beaten track. Do you have any suggestions?
Most locals are happy to help, and it makes the experience so much more authentic.
Authentic means real, genuine, not designed for tourists. The way things actually are.
An authentic experience, authentic local food, authentic culture. Very popular travel word.
Let's end our main content with something deeper. What does travel actually teach you?
Because travel is not just about seeing beautiful places. It changes you.
How would you describe what travel has taught you, Elena?
Travel taught me that the world is both bigger and smaller than I thought.
That is a beautiful sentence. What do you mean?
Bigger, because there is so much out there. So many places, cultures, languages, ways of living. More than I can ever see in one lifetime.
And smaller?
Smaller, because people are the same everywhere. Everyone wants to love and be loved, to feel safe, to enjoy good food, to laugh, to belong.
Travel reveals our common humanity. What connects us across all differences?
Common humanity means the things all human beings share, regardless of where they are from.
And travel teaches you to be more flexible, more adaptable.
Adaptable means able to change and adjust easily when things don't go as planned.
When your bus doesn't come, when the weather changes, when the restaurant is closed, you learn to adapt, to go with the flow.
Go with the flow is a great phrase. It means accept what happens and adjust calmly. Don't fight against the situation.
I have become so much better at going with the flow since I started traveling more.
Travel also teaches you gratitude. When you see how other people live, you appreciate what you have.
Gratitude means feeling thankful and appreciative for your life, your home, your opportunities.
I came home from every trip feeling more grateful for my life. That is one of the most beautiful gifts of travel.
And confidence. Navigating an unfamiliar city in a foreign language builds enormous confidence.
When you manage a difficult situation in another language, when you find your way when you are lost, you realize, I can do hard things.
I can do hard things. That is such a powerful realization.
And it carries into every area of your life, not just travel, your work, your relationships, your English learning.
Every time you speak English in a difficult situation, every time you keep going, even when it feels hard, you are building that same confidence.
Travel and language learning have so much in common. Both take courage. Both require you to be uncomfortable sometimes. and both reward you with growth.
Growth that stays with you forever.
Forever. That is why we travel, and that is why we learn.
Common travel English mistakes and how to say them naturally and correctly. Number 1 common mistake. I go travel last year. Better version is, I went traveling last year, or I traveled last year. Use past tense, went or traveled, not go travel.
Number 2 common mistake. The place was very beauty. Better version is, the place was beautiful. It was a beautiful place. Beauty is a noun. Use beautiful, the adjective form.
Number 3 common mistake. I want to go in Paris. Better version is, I want to go to Paris. We say go to a place, not go in. Always use to.
Number 4 common mistake. It was very much crowded. Better version is, it was very crowded. It was so crowded. Drop much. Just say very crowded or so crowded.
Number 5 common mistake. I liked the foods there. Better version is, I loved the food there. Food is usually uncountable. No S. Use loved for stronger feeling.
Number 6 common mistake. The trip was funny. Better version is, the trip was fun. We had a great time. Funny means something makes you laugh. Fun means enjoyable.
Number 7 common mistake. I did not like the hotel. Better version is, I didn't like the hotel. After didn't, always use the base verb, not past tense.
Practice all these real travel conversations. Say them out loud with confidence and feeling. Situation 1. Talking about a past trip. Have you traveled anywhere interesting recently?
Yes, I went to Istanbul last summer. It was absolutely breathtaking. I spent most of my time wandering through the old streets and exploring the bazaars. The food was incredible. I honestly cannot recommend it enough. If you ever get the chance to go, please go.
That sounds amazing. What was the highlight for you? Probably the sunrise over the Bosphorus. The colors were out of this world. I was completely blown away. Situation 2. Describing a place in detail. What was Istanbul like? It was so vibrant and lively. The old city is a must-see. It is full of history and beautiful architecture. The hospitality was incredible. Everyone was so warm and welcoming. We also found a beautiful little cafe off the beaten track. No tourists, just locals. The best way to get around was by tram and ferry. Situation 3. Talking about travel dreams. Where would you love to travel someday? Japan has always been on my bucket list. I have always dreamed of visiting. I love the idea of exploring the ancient temples in Kyoto and then experiencing the energy of Tokyo. I want to step out of my comfort zone and try every kind of food I can find. I have heard it is absolutely breathtaking. You should go. I cannot recommend Japan enough. It was a trip of a lifetime for me. Situation 4. Recommending a place. I am thinking of visiting Morocco. Should I go? Absolutely, 100%. I cannot recommend it enough. Make sure you visit Marrakesh. The old Medina is a must-see. Do not miss the food. The tagine was absolutely divine. Try to go off the beaten track a little. Some of the smaller towns are even more beautiful than the big cities. Just watch out for the heat in summer. It can be very intense. Situation 5. Talking about a travel problem. Did anything go wrong on your trip? Actually, yes. My luggage was delayed by a whole day. I arrived at the hotel with nothing. It was stressful at the time, but looking back, it is quite funny. I had to buy a whole set of clothes from a local market.
and I ended up finding some lovely things off the beaten track. See, travel problems always make the best stories. Always. And I was so jet-lagged for the first 2 days, I slept until noon both mornings. Situation 6. Solo versus group travel.
Do you prefer traveling solo or with others?
Honestly, both. Solo travel gives you complete freedom. You go wherever you want, whenever you want. You navigate new cities alone and feel so proud of yourself. But group travel creates shared memories that last a lifetime. I have had unforgettable trips both ways.
For me, solo travel broadened my horizons the most. You are forced to communicate, to problem solve, to be open to new experiences.
Exactly. Every solo trip was a real eye-opener. I came home a slightly different and better person.
And that is a wrap on today's very big, very beautiful episode, talking about traveling, real natural English.
What a journey this episode was! We covered so much today.
We learned how to talk about past trips with detail and feeling, how to describe places beautifully using rich vocabulary,
How to get around and talk about transport and accommodation. How to discuss travel dreams and bucket lists.
how to talk about food and culture,
How to handle travel problems calmly and confidently.
how to recommend a place like a real traveler.
Solo versus group travel. How to be a respectful and curious traveler. Practical travel tips. And what travel truly teaches you about life.
And we learned 8 key travel phrases: wander, breathtaking, get around, must see, off the beaten track, I cannot recommend it enough, bucket list, and jet lagged. Plus, so many more phrases inside the episode: blown away, out of this world, trip of a lifetime, broaden your horizons, eye opener, go with the flow, authentic, and so many more. This was a complete travel English guide. Keep it, come back to it, listen to it before your next trip.
And practice the role play sections out loud. The more you say these phrases, the more natural they become.
Today's challenge, and it is a big one to match a big episode.
Write about a place you have visited or a place you dream of visiting. In English, in the comments. Use at least 2 of today's phrases.
For example, I have always dreamed of visiting Turkey. I hear Istanbul is absolutely breathtaking and the food is out of this world. Or, last year I went to Dubai. It was vibrant and buzzing. The old souks are a must-see. I cannot recommend it enough. Or, Japan has always been on my bucket list. I love the idea of wandering through ancient temples and exploring a culture so different from my own. We read every single comment. We love your travel stories and your dreams. They inspire us too. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend who loves travel or is learning English.
This episode took a lot of love and work to make. Every share helps us reach more learners around the world.
Subscribe to English Unchained so you never miss a new episode. We release new content every week.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. It means more than you know.
Keep exploring,
Keep learning.
keep going with the flow.
And remember, the world is full of breathtaking places waiting for you.
And every place you visit, every language you speak, makes you richer inside.
Go find them. Bye, everyone.
Bye.